How's it going? Evening all, how do? Girl, I wasn't expecting to come on tonight. I was up proper early today. I had to be in for 6, so yeah. Got about 5:30, which is good, yeah, because I'm sure there's a lot of ladies out there, yeah. If you start at 6, got to get your face on, sort your life out. Bootneck, it's literally roll out of bed, chug a protein shake, brush my teeth simultaneously while showering, throw my clothes on, brisk walk to work, sorted. So I'm not complaining, but I was up at 5:30. So I'm a bit knackered. Apologies. Ugh, it's shit working for a living. I can't wait until Susan puts me back on the A list and I start getting recommendations, and you know, I'm up where I belong, 5, 6, 700,000 subscribers, and I can actually do this full time. Won't be long, surely won't be long. Soon as the communist wheels fall off the train set, I'll be back in business, right? Of course I am. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Glad to see 70 people online when I just dropped this on you briskly. So I'll quickly do the Oxbridge pleasantries. I'm going to keep doing that until, you know, we're in the hundreds when I get started. So Tommy Walker, you are always welcome. Mr. Two-Tone, Harold Stewart, Dave the Window Cleaner. There's good honest work. We like that around here. Kay, thanks for coming, doing your job. I appreciate it. It's unpaid labour, that. Like we're communists. Vase of Flowers, hello. Harold Stewart, Richard Errington, The Sash, Mark McCoy, Slip, always a pleasure. Nathan H, Richie Goss, and who else? Mr. Question Mark. How are you doing? Beard Mondi, Independent News Media, hi. Hi, always just get a hi out of you. Mank Flyer, Terry Wookfit, Sergio, Kev Wright, Morrissey's cat. We do like Morrissey. PHRG, Shiners, Paul, Origami Pig, hello there, you're a regular as well. Matt McCoy, Terry Wookfit, Jimmy Rayleigh Evans, Ragnar, you're always in as well, and Denise. We've got loads of regulars now. JVPA, Juliet Victor Papa Alpha, still know how to do it. I'm not a policeman. Alison Williams, Craig Hewitt, gets confused when I get to the bottom. David Petts, Gaz Morley, Tess, hello again Tess, Luke Ansell, Craig Hutchins, Greener Lawns, Paul Palmer, Scott Cook, John Fisher, Red Pill Royal. I like the name, Red Pill Royal. We need more of them. Although there are very few communists in the Marines. Probably just Scousers now at this point. And Kev Wright, Richard Johnson, Pepe Le Pew, everyone. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you all here. 3 dislikes, Ragnar. No. That's one person disliking under 3 different accounts. We all know that by now. George Wilson, how are you doing? Thank you for the pleasant travel wishes. Hopefully I'll be right as rain. If not, fuck it, I've had a good run. Can't complain. Contrary to popular belief, life does not begin at 40, so I can't complain, can I? Fucking hell. Some of the best lads I ever met didn't even get out the fucking 20s. Makes me feel privileged to be here, censored, doing my best to whinge on the internet. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I thought after yesterday, where I had like fucking 6 stories to get through and we only managed to do like 2, I thought I'd go back to talking about Chris Cuomo because I'm going back to America. It seems apt that I'll start doing a bit more American news again. Also, quick show of hands, not show of hands, just fucking talk to me in the chat. I'm going to go back to doing this in an 8-hour time zone difference. So, what suits everyone best? Is 7 o'clock still roughly the best time to get everyone? Or is it are we a bit better going to later on, you know? Maybe 8 o'clock? What works? I'll put a poll up in YouTube community and I'll just go with whichever gets the most. But obviously it's no skin off my nose to start doing them at a slightly different time. And hopefully I'll get a bit more pre-recorded stuff done because I won't be working full-time, certainly not in the short term, because I haven't sorted fuck all out. I'm literally just, I've resigned, I leave on Friday, and then I throw my shit in a box and rock up in America on the Tuesday. So yeah, 7's all right. Yeah, all right. Right, 7 to 8, sorted, Jimmy. So how's everyone doing? Everyone's good? Yeah? Are you ready for another burst of furious news? Furious news! Maybe that could be my next show. Furious news. A bit like Farage. Oh shit, I'm up against Farage at 7. I didn't know that. I don't want to take anything away from Nigel. I know a lot of you guys that are more right than me, you think he's just controlled opposition, but I think Nigel's a good happy medium, frankly. I mean, you know he'd do a better job than the current fuckwits in charge. And I don't think we need to be... I keep repeating the point that to me, still, we're not at the phase where the answer to communism is full-blown fucking right-wingers the other way. I do think centre-right, good old-fashioned conservative values, which isn't the Conservative Party anymore, but I do think that's the way forward. You just force people to pick a side if you go all radical, and I don't want to see it happen, which is why I've been against identity politics for the last fucking 5 years, right? It's gone mad the last 5 years. Really crazy. And that's what makes people into fucking white nationalists and nutters. It's not people like fucking... I don't want to say Tango Romeo's name, but like I've said many times, the guy's not that good an orator. He hasn't got a better vocabulary than me, and I'm hardly fucking Douglas Murray. It's not him. It's the way the government's behaved. The way people saying shit, working class random fucks like me having a bit of a chat, doesn't do anything. It just entertains people that have already sought and picked the team. What radicalises people is other radicals. So the Guardian readers, the BBC, the constant bludgeoning around the head with the fucking rainbows and the race politics and the big stories that say only 9% of white working class boys get to go to university, but 59% of black African boys get to go. And then them getting more help off the government and the BBC saying, oh, we're only going to hire black dudes. That radicalises people. Because it's fucking unfair. Unfairness radicalises people. So it's not people like me and Tango Romeo having a chat. It's the way you fuckers behave. Radical leftists, Guardian readers, the BBC, fucking communists, the Green Party, the SNP, the Lib Dems, the self-loathing, self-flagellating, ridiculous far-left extremists. That forces centrist people to keep going to the right. It's what happened to everybody I fucking know. Shams, yes, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. Have you been busy dealing with life in Brum? I can imagine that's hard work. Yeah, you need a bunker, nuclear deterrent in your fucking front garden. Birmingham, still the only place I've been that's worse than Middlesbrough. Probably not as many smackheads, but definitely more of a shithole. And I've been to Baghdad, and that's not on the list. It's Borough, Birmingham, Baghdad. Yeah. Anyway, it fucking radicalised you, Andrew. It radicalised all of us. Seriously, I was looking through old blog posts. It was about 9 years ago I was supporting Bernie Sanders. My very first move to America. I was fucking getting my head around politics in the States. And I thought, you know what? Obama seems more like a conservative in England because the Americans are a lot more right-wing. So maybe, because they still don't have universal health care, maybe Sanders is the key to America. And fucking look where I am 8 or 9 years ago. And like I said, you tell them this because they're all radicals and extremists and they only put their fingers in the ears. Don't want to hear it. They're like, la 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 la, normal people, fuck off. They think you're lying. If I was to throw up my blogger now and show you guys what I wrote fucking 8 or 9 years ago, wouldn't surprise any of you because we're the centrists, we change our mind depending on the evidence. But they'd think it was fake. They'd think I'd spent hours writing stuff and time-stamping it and fucking coding to lie to people. And the actual fact of the matter is, 9 years ago I wanted Bernie Sanders to run against whoever it was at the time. I guess 9 years ago it was fucking, Obama v Mitt Romney or some shit. And I wanted Sanders to get the nod. Because it was like, think about it. I was in the position where they still don't have universal health care in England and that works alright for us. It fucking did 10 years ago. It doesn't now, does it? Because you have to change your mind depending on the fucking evidence. But they would assume I was lying. Because you tell them, listen guys, listen, I'm a moderate. I've always been liberal. I liked Bernie Sanders 8 or 9 years ago. And I've forced into this position because you guys have gone all fucked in the head. And they go, lies, lies, lies. He was a George W. Bush fucking fan. He's always been a right-winger. Basically, he's a Nazi. No, we're not. Nobody is. You're just fucking crazy. Like seriously fucking mental. And if you make people pick between seriously fucking mental, which the left now is, or centrist, centre-left, which the apparent right in England now is, everybody votes for them. Who do you think are the literally lifelong Labour voters, who've never voted Conservative, held their noses in record numbers and voted for fucking Boris Johnson? That's why he smashed the red wall. Because all those lifelong Labour voters who happen to be women's rights activists, who don't believe that a fucking burly, wiry-backed fucking truck driver who 2 years ago was called Brad and is now called Tracy, and he's off to the women's prison so he can horse one into a few already abused, vulnerable women, they go, you know what? I'm so appalled by that. I'm going to hold my nose and I'm going to vote for Boris. Because Boris is many, many things, but he's not an extremist, is he? He's not an extremist. Right-wingers, let's meet me halfway. He's not extreme left. And anyone who's not insane knows he's not extreme right. Because he talks about fucking rainbows and climate change more than fucking American right-wingers. So everyone goes, you know what? I'll hold my nose and I'll vote for Johnson. He's not an extremist. It's better than a fucking lunatic who thinks a bird with a throbbing 12-inch clitoris should be knocking fuck out of women in cage fights. Yeah? South Park, when they did Randy Savage, and it was like satire, and everyone went, ha ha ha, it's so absurd, it's funny. It's fucking reality now, isn't it? It's reality. Absolutely mental. Ian, he is insane. Are you talking about Boris there? I don't... Alright, maybe you really hate Boris. I don't like Boris either. But is he as insane as Corbyn? If we had to pick, we'd all pick Johnson. That's what happened. It was full-blown commie or Boris Johnson. And even people that don't like him went, fuck it. To my shame, I did the same. Shams, I want to be... Shams, you're not about often enough, love, are you? You would help me in my quest to have a shield, yeah? I can hold someone up with a tan and go, oh, Susan, fucking hell. But you're not often enough. Maybe if you're about a bit more, we could do that. But fucking, again, these are the crazy times we live in. I shouldn't be worrying about what people look like, or think like, or put the cock in, or rub the minge up against. I don't care about any of that stuff. I never have. And I never will. Ever. I don't give a fuck. But you're forcing me to talk about it. And that's why everybody's getting pissed off. Fucking lunatics. Anyway, another rant. I always start with a tirade. Let's do the news I want to talk about. I want to show you guys this. Let me know if the sound doesn't work, because I was fucking crying watching this. So I want to share it. Let me see if I can adjust the picture slightly so it doesn't... You can actually see what's going on. There we go. Can you actually see that now? Seriously, I was fucking creased watching this. Enjoy. Shout me if the sound doesn't work.
Of his own staff, but extended to other state employees, including a state trooper who served on his protective detail. Some suffered through unwanted touching and grabbing of their most intimate body parts.
The governor hugged executive assistant number 1 and reached under her blouse to grab her breast. This was the culmination of a pattern of inappropriate sexual conduct, including numerous close and intimate hugs, where the governor held her so closely that her breasts were pressed against his body, and he sometimes ran his hands up and down her back while he did so. There were also several occasions on which the governor grabbed her butt.
Right, now first of all, I still hate the word butt. I've been in America, 8 years? I still don't, just say arse. Like, is arse too bad for the TV or something? Grab the fucking arse. Numerous women, right? I think Ben Shapiro said it in a slightly less coarse way, but he said, he said Governor Cuomo was there to get some arse, and kill some pensioners, and he's all out of pensioners. Isn't that good? I thought that was quality for Ben Shapiro. Governor Cuomo is out to grab some ass, to slay some pussy and kill some pensioners, and he's all out of pensioners. Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Let me find the creepiest bit that was proper, because this, seriously, this craggy-faced sex pest. And I was glad to see that's gone across the Atlantic, because I seen a fucking dude with a sign that actually said, maybe I can find it. Is it on this one? It actually said on the page, there we are, look, Cuomo is a sex pest. Yes, I've been a big fan of the word sex pest for fucking about a decade. I'm loving life to see that's made its way across the pond. Governor Cuomo is a sex pest. Oh, yes, he is. He is a fucking sex pest. Anyway, let's watch a bit more.
Wasn't Joe Biden accused of all of that? Credibly, I guess we're pretending that didn't happen.
Yes, he was, by the way. Donald Trump was accused of plenty of things, but he's never been recommended the charges get filed, unlike this craggy-faced fuck. Yeah, and his weird, creepy fucking brother.
But we care about this. One thing we learned, Andrew Cuomo's not against defunding the police. He wants to have sex with them, or at least one of them. Now,
Yeah, that's good as well. He doesn't want to defund the police. He wants to fucking diddle the police. Yeah, not Officer Dibble, diddle. He wants to diddle the police with his big gnarled fucking fingers. The filthy bastard. Jesus. And again, at least with Trump, he's like a billionaire playboy and everybody knew he was a bit of a dirty bastard. He goes out with women 40 years younger than him and he's been out with strippers and all that shit. This guy tried to pretend he was a fucking saint. Donald Trump was never like, me too. He fucking was. That's all he talked about. Which goes to show what I've said to you guys 10 dozen times. The social justice warrior wokeist is the modern it's the same thing what we got in the 90s. In the 90s, you got sex pest preacher man. Sex pest preacher man who's constantly going on about, oh yeah, the gays, the filthy gays, they're going to be the death of us all. These preachers who rant and rave about the gays were always caught in a fucking hotel room with a rent boy. The amount of times that happened. Again, I never care about drugs. I never care about gay sex because I'm a fucking liberal. And I used to laugh because in the 90s they were all like, drugs are the devil, gay sex is the devil. And then what lo and behold, he's sniffing a line of coke off a rent boy's dick. Of course he is. Of course he is. That's why he goes on about it all the time. And lo and fucking behold, yet another of the dozens that I've pointed out you guys on Twitter and on YouTube, dozens of wokeist social justice warriors who are sexual deviant scum. I swear to God, ladies, if a man ever grabs you on Tinder or whatever and says, hey, fancy a date? And you say, yeah, what are you interested in? And they go, oh yeah, mate, I'm a big proponent of women's rights, baby. If he says that to you, run like fuck. Or at least wear a fucking big rusty chastity belt and get your granddad to eat the fucking key. Because the second you sip your Rohypnol, in fact, and take a sippy cup as well, like, you know, with a very tight screw-on lid, because everything he gives you will have Rohypnol in it, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, he'll be crawling up your shitbox faster than you can say, holy fuck, I shouldn't have went out with a social justice warrior cunt. You'll be thinking, I should have listened to the angry Bootneck, who occasionally says things that are a little bit sexist and occasionally makes slightly misogynistic comments, all in good fun. Because normal men who talk like that treat the women correctly. You'll never find an ex-girlfriend of me come out and go, oh yeah, he fucking raped me, because I make quips about slightly inappropriate behaviour because I actually know how to behave. Like most people that lean conservative. Because I've got values. I don't shag other women. I don't beat my wife up. Wokeists do, because they'll never ever joke about it. It's like my old fella always says. My old fella always said he didn't trust people who don't drink. Because he said they're scared of what they'll do. They're scared of how they'll behave. I don't fully agree with that, but it's a bit judgmental, but he's an old man, that's what they're like. I've always thought there was something in it. Because I get pissed all the time, you know. I occasionally, when I'm around my in-laws, have embarrassed myself because I'll get absolutely shit-faced drunk. And then, you know, the next morning my wife's like, oh, you were a nightmare yesterday. You were repeating yourself over and over again. I'm a mega happy, gregarious pisshead. And when I really smash it, I remember embarrassing myself when we watched the boxing. I drank about fucking 2 litres of margarita mix and I was fucking rolling. And basically I just stagger around, tell bawdy jokes and repeat myself a lot. And the next day they go, fucking hell, you're embarrassing yourself. But if I was a sexual deviant and I was hiding creepy urges, I wouldn't get that drunk, would I? Because I'd always be worried about what I'm going to do. And these fucking walkers do never tell a sexist joke, never make a quip out of turn, advertise how virtuous they are constantly. They cannot keep their fucking grizzled fingers to themselves, the filthy bastard. This craggy-faced cunt, I could have told you 1,000 times. I knew it. The more they advertise the virtue, the more likely it is they've got fucking heads in the freezer. Yeah? The more they're going about it, how clean and how fucking sound they are, the more likely it is the last 3 ex-wives are currently inhabiting their fucking fuck dungeon under the house. It really is unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I'm never fucking wrong. So there we go. And there was one bit I wanted to quickly, briefly talk about because it made me fucking piss myself. When does he talk about the statue?
Just to be clear, you can find the little sexual commissars on your screen that you just saw repulsive and at the same time find Andrew Cuomo repulsive. It's okay to dislike everybody involved. In fact, you probably should. The AG's report also found that Governor Cuomo appeared to be sexually attractive to his Emmy statue.
This is it.
How's that for weird? 2 witnesses also, this is a quote, recounted that during a meeting, the governor looked at his Emmy statue, which he had won in November of 2020, and put in his Albany office and said something to the effect of, quote, look at her figure. Isn't she buxom? It's a total
It's
freak.
fucking absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, that idea. So his Emmy statue, you know, it's like a bird. He got an Emmy, and he's there going, you fucking creature. You absolute creature. Honestly, if I had to pick my chances between getting in a lift with fucking Bill Cosby and Andrew Cuomo, I'd go with Cosby. Because at least I know not to drink anything, and he's got 30 years on him, so I could knock fuck out of him easier. Cuomo, quite a big fella, and he's got 20 years, he's 25 years younger or what it is, so I might have a slightly harder problem getting his big fat fingers out of my fucking undies. So, unbelievable. But seriously, what a sex pest. What a fucking freak that guy is. And I just want to tell you guys, wonderful. There's the fucking story on the BBC. I'll include it in the chat for you because it's got a wonderful picture of a guy with one of my favourite bootneckisms, sex pest. Wonderful to see sex pest has gone across the pond. I love that. If we can, to Americans watching, please keep promoting the use of the term sex pest. It so well describes people like Andrew Cuomo, and I don't like things like serial harasser. Yeah, fucking sex pest. You can say that on the news, can't you? Sex pest. I want to see Tucker roll out the sex pest. That fucker Cuomo is a goddamn sex pest. That's what I want to see. Right, shall I finish with a slightly... I mean, I don't even think it's misogynistic. It's an old Chubby Brown joke, but I'll finish with it. So, can this get me in trouble? Nah, I'm sure it can't. So, he says... I'm paraphrasing this. It's off an old tape, so... cut me some slack if I fuck it up. But he says, basically, I'm sat at home with my wife, and she starts having a go at a new boyfriend who's going out with the daughter. And she says, I don't like that new boyfriend, you know. He says, why? What's the matter? She said, well, I seen them the other day. They were putting their tongues down each other's throat, and he was rubbing her all over on the couch. And I said, come on. We used to do that when we were your age. What's the problem, eh? Come on, don't be such a prude. She said, oh yeah, well he's drank your cans out the fridge and he smoked your cigars. I said, a little fucking cunt. He said, no, come on. I'm only joking. We used to do the same thing around your mum and dad's when we were courting. And she goes, oh yeah. Well, I was trying to watch Coronation Street and he backscuttled her over the couch. And I couldn't see the telly because it was rocking and rolling. What do you think of that then? He says, listen, it sounds pretty bad. but we used to do the same thing around your mum and dad's house when we were courting. And she says, you didn't wipe your cock on the curtains. There we go. I need a laugh track. not that good, just coarse, like all the chubbies. Fucking brilliant. Right. Ladies and gents, I'm calling it because I was a bit late on today and I don't want to stay late. I was fucking up for 5:30, like I've told you twats. If I get the chance, I'll do a quick one tomorrow, as usual. Please like it and share it because Suze won't do it. She won't do it. She hates me. Right. That's us, ladies and gents. Hope everyone's doing all right. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing and all of that bollocks. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. All right? Good night. Appreciate it. See you later. Tumbleweed. Fucking every